Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And we are going to have a conversation with Mr. Greg Dickerson that we have never, ever had before. And I think you're going to want to pay attention to this. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Michael. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well. So something that folks may not know unless they've been following you and I for a while now is you and I both really started a YouTube channel really around the same time, kind of 2019 uh, time frame. And I just got a notification from YouTube. I had no idea this was coming, but I just crossed 10 million views. And
Awesome.
when you get these notes, they kind of pop out and they send you all these charts, all of these things. And I just wanted to talk about creating a YouTube channel, how it's worked for us, but also highlight for folks that having a YouTube channel really opens up other opportunities for you. And as long as you have a passion and interest, you're willing to get in front of a camera, you really can do this. It's not as hard as people make it look. And if you really wanted to, create income, you can. And really the side effects of this, you really can create a decent income stream as a side hustle. So what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the main reason, that I've monetized mine, is to put it together as like an example for people in terms of a business model. And, I've had my YouTube channel for a while, but I didn't start using it for business until probably, like you said, 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. I'm looking at it now. I think it goes back to like right at the end of 2019, I started posting, consistent daily content. And I'm at 5 million views, and the channel brings in a couple thousand a month. At its peak, when the markets were hot and things were going crazy, and I had a lot more views on the economy and crypto and things, it brought in as much as 6,000 a month, by posting content regularly. So yeah, I mean, it's a great way for people to build a little business, and a lot of different ways, a lot of different niches you can do. You can do faceless YouTube channels where you just do whiteboard stuff. You can do there's one channel where this creator does Discord like conversation. So it's just text, no
Oh, wow.
faces, no words. It's just text, and I mean, he's got millions of followers and millions of views on his stuff. There's one person that does unboxing, no sound, no commentary, just unboxing,
Oh,
new
wow.
items. And it's like, in terms of the sound, it's the sound of the unboxing and stuff and the new products. And I can't remember if they talk through that one or not, but there's a lot of channels they just narrate and they don't even use their voice. Some of
Yeah.
them are totally automated, outsourced with Fiverr to do voiceovers and do scripts and do all these different things. And then you have people like us that are doing financial news and leadership mindset, just all kinds of different things. But yeah, it's a good business for a lot of people that it takes time, takes consistency, but it can do very well for you.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things that when I think about being a content creator, first off, when I started my channel, um, I did it as just a repository, almost like FAQs, right? Because again, you go out and you basically I created this channel because of my book, right? My first book, One Rental at a Time, and people kept asking questions. So my early videos were basically just answering those questions, so I could send links, right? I didn't want to repeat myself over and over. But as you build a following, um, I have to tell you, it's fun, right? Interacting with the audience and hearing from folks that do the work, which is a saying I have and I adopted from folks, is a lot of fun. Um, I send out these cards. I don't know if you've seen them, but right, this card is for somebody who got their first deal, and then these cards are for people that got their next deal. Basically, just to count, just to track the impact that I'm making. Right. So some people take them and they frame them and post it on Instagram. It's just awesome. But you can really build a legacy with this besides income, which is amazing, right? You really can help people. It's an amazing platform for that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, that's why I do what I do, and that's why I started doing what I started doing was, obviously to share. I'm at that point in my life where it's impact.
Mhm.
That's what I'm after. I want to share everything I know, everything I've learned, all of the lessons, and what I'm learning and growing and doing now, and all the different people I work with around the world, and all the businesses I'm involved with and deals, right now. But also an example to show people, hey, you can make a business out of this if this is what
Yeah.
you want to do.
Mhm.
And and I know you're doing a lot of that too, but the impact is huge. Now I've turned my comments off for a while now because I talk about crypto a lot and you just get,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I would too. If I talked about crypto, that'd be off. I don't need
oh,
that
there's so much
nonsense.
scam bots and just crazy. And it's on Facebook now too. So whenever I share to Facebook, I have to go turn comments off on my Facebook page because it looks like me. They've copied my account and it's got these scam messages. And it's terrible on these platforms that they can't get rid of this or provide a verification process like YouTube. If people don't know, the creator, their name is in dark black background so that that they're the ones in the comments versus somebody else
Someone
who
else.
copies their name in their picture. And so anyways, I've left them off for that reason because I had somebody that reached out to me saying, hey, I got scammed from somebody said they were you, da 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 da. I said, look, my comments are off. I don't want that to happen. And I turn them off on all the other platforms as well. Twitter hadn't
Yeah.
been too bad yet. I've heard a lot of people complain about Twitter. So a lot of people give me the feedback on Twitter.
Sure. Yeah.
And, same way, so the comments, I get emails all the time that people are like, man, your content's changed my life. It's just, you've helped me so much. I can't believe how valuable it is. And you do this for nothing. And, and I've even had people thank me for keeping the comments off so it doesn't
Yeah.
scam people and
Yeah.
things like that. And the other thing too is the toxicity, right? I just don't associate with toxicity. And what happens, and the other thing I noticed is if there's toxic comments, that can bring other people in, and then some people want to defend, and then it just creates this thing. I'm done with that. I don't want any polarization. I don't want any toxicity.
No,
So that's
agreed.
another thing it keeps out of there. But unfortunately, it keeps the good, positive comments. But I'd rather keep the negative out. And if people want to post positive stuff, they can follow me on Twitter and post, and things
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah, the other thing about having a YouTube channel, like again, there's the ad revenue, which could be thousands of dollars a month, but it's also the other things you could do with it, right? If you look at what I've been able to do, right? So I have the books, and I'm sure YouTube has helped me sell more Amazon books, both my first and my second. It can be a lead source for courses, whether they're free or paid. But really interesting is I've had deals come to me, real estate deals come to me, right? If you're a wholesaler or an agent in Fresno, California, and you have a deal, you have a problem, I've had people reach out to me, and I've made tens and not hundreds of thousands of dollars from deals that have come to me. So, and then again, if I ever wanted to raise private money again, I'm sure I could do that much easier with the reach of this channel. So, I really do think um, finding your niche, you have to know it. You can't be fake. But I mean, if you have a hobby or a passion, I don't care if it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, classic cars, there's a niche for you. Just get in front of the camera and record. It's very powerful, both monetary and more, I don't know, whatever it is that just legacy. My legacy would have been okay for my family, but now, I think my legacy will outlive me by decades, and that's an awesome feeling.
yeah, to be able to give back and contribute and help people, because real estate doesn't change, right? There's nothing new when it comes to real estate. I say it all the time, nothing new under the sun. And the things that you talk about today are going to be relevant 10 years, 20 years after we're gone. So
Totally agree.
that's really cool too. And then the principles of leadership and business and those types of things, and that stuff just is timeless.
No, I agree. And again, you've been
imagine
doing
that, being able to impact the world many years after you're gone. And here's a takeaway for everybody here, right? So like people that worry about getting out and putting themselves out there, like a lot of people say, oh, I'd love to do it, I got great things to share, but I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want somebody thinking something of me. Let me tell you something. When you're dead, when you die, okay, people are going to show up at your funeral. They're going to cry a little bit. Then, or maybe not, they might celebrate. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then they're going to go to your, to afterwards, and they're going to eat, and they're going to talk, and they're going to celebrate your life. And, they're going to talk a little bit about your life and things there. And then they're going to go home, and they're going to go back to work, or they're going to go, do whatever it is they do, go to the movies, go out to eat, whatever. And, pretty soon they won't ever think about you again, ever, or speak of you ever again. So why, if nobody cares about you enough to talk about you when you're dead, would you worry about them talking about you now? And that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is, obviously when you make an impact and all that, hopefully, but at the end of the day, even people that make huge impact, once they're gone, nobody's talking about it, every day. They could be in the spotlight, celebrities, biggest of ever, but once their life is celebrated and they're gone, nobody talks about them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was the big thing, right? And my goal, and again, hopefully I have, knock on wood, decades left to go, is I want people talking about me or at least mentioning my name 50 years after I'm dead. That's my stated goal. And YouTube's going to be
Well,
a big part of that.
you might want to massage that goal a little bit and
Okay.
tell
All right.
how you want them to think of you and speak
Ah,
of you.
yes. Yeah. Well,
Not
yeah.
just to do it, but
Yeah.
how do you want them to do it?
Very good point. In a very positive light. I want to be changing lives for generations.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you for that. Well, again, folks, you can go ahead and follow Mr. Greg Dickerson where?
Oh, gregdickerson.com.
Yeah, he puts out a lot of great stuff. I follow him on every platform I can. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being an inspiration. And again, your story is in my second book, Truck in a Toolbox. Made that in that second book, 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires. Thank you so much.
Awesome.